What's up, everybody? It's Kavon with Functional Fitness VA, and today we're dead bugging. Starting with the original recipe dead bug, you're laying flat on your back, your fingers are up toward the ceiling, knees are tucked above your hips, opposite arm and leg move away from each other as you keep your abs tight, connecting your rib cage to your pelvis. How are we going to alter that? We're going to weight it. We're going to turn it into a pullover dead bug, and we're going to start that with the kettlebell. Again, number one thing, abs tight, back flat. If at any point through this you need to pick your head up to clear a little range of motion in your arms, that's fine as long as your neck doesn't bother you. How I'm going to hold it? Thumbs through the window, holding it by the sides of the bell. How do I get it there? Let's see. Bell's on the ground. I go on the ground also. Bring it up outside of my chest, roll over my side, grab the grip, take it back with me, then press it up. Kind of the safest way that I've found. Then my knees come up, so feet are off the ground. Now, whether your elbows are perfectly straight or soft, up to you as long as you feel in control of the weight. Now, again, about those abs, tighten them up here. Press your back into the ground. So you have that set position, and you don't want to lose that. No matter how far your legs go out or how not far they go out, that low back and ab kind of tension and position is of utmost importance. Arms go as far as they can every time, and to get a little further, you might want to alter your grip, alter the bell position, sliding up around the horns mostly, and going overhead. Now, this is significantly harder, one, because you can go a little further, but two, the bell position feels tougher. So play with it with a light bell before you go with a heavy one. Now, you can also tip the handle away from you a little bit as you go overhead. That'll give you another inch or two range of motion with those arms. But if you're losing an inch or two of the range of motion with your arms, so be it. So again, abs tight, back flat. Now, the kettlebell can be a little tricky, and some of you might not have a kettlebell. So what do we do if we don't have a kettlebell, or weight-wise you want to use something that you have a dumbbell of? Use a dumbbell. All right, so to get maximum range of motion and be in control of the weight, holding it by its sides are best. I know pullovers generally, I like to use the diamond grip, I call it, on one end, but that's if I'm on a bench and I have a bunch of room to go. So for these on the ground, we're holding it by its side. How you gonna get it there? You don't wanna pick it up by the middle and kind of toss it around over your face, because that's not awesome, and you could eat the dumbbell. Don't do that. Again, laying on my side, I kind of get one hand under and then grab by the end of the other, take it back with me, press it up towards the ceiling. Kind of like a Turkish get-up. You move and the weight moves with you. From there, same idea. Both arms going overhead at one time and one leg at a time going out. You're alternating your legs as you do a pullover with the arms, abs tight, working through your lats to move the weight. You could do the diamond grip. There's nothing wrong with that. Just limit your range of motion. If you feel safer with the diamond grip, because it for sure is a more secure grip, fine. Use that. Just know that you're losing a little bit of range of motion, but your abs still got to work aplenty, so go for it. You could also use two dumbbells, right? One in each hand. This allows for a kind of more secure grip with still a big range of motion, but obviously, in this case, I doubled the weight, so it's more work. You could then take that to a regular dead bug movement, contralateral, one arm and the opposite leg, moving at the same time. You just got to watch out when doing that, because the tendency is to move the opposite direction with the arm that should not be moving. And if it moves towards your waist, fine when there's no weight. When there's a weight involved, that becomes a lot of stress on the front delt. And if you can handle it, go for it. But just, again, try it with a light weight first. Then you can move up to a more working weight. You could also use both dumbbells at one time with both legs, extending out. There's a lot of different variations here. You want to make it a lot tougher. Straighten your knees. We could go with the opposite, the kind of traditional contralateral movement. That's a little harder than the bent knee version. You could press the dumbbells together so you get a little more stability up top. So it's a pullover version with both arms moving in one leg. You could have them independent and move both legs. So there's a lot of options here. Each one can either make it slightly easier or slightly harder, or a lot harder to transition from like the straight leg to the bent leg. You could go with double bent leg version. And then to make that harder, on the way down, straight legs, but then tuck the knees in on the way up. So there's a lot of different things you could do to make it more difficult. What's the most important thing? Abs tight, back flat, and then working through the lats to move the arms. So one dumbbell, two dumbbells, kettlebell, they all work. Again, sound like a broken record here, but to anyone that knows me, that's not a surprise. Back flat, abs tight, working through a full range of motion with the arms and as much of a range of motion with the legs as you can handle while keeping your abs tight and your back flat. Give it a shot.